All right, the Paris Peace Conference. The Peace Conference is after World War I, and it's led by the Big Four who are still in the war and on the winning side at the end of the war. That's France, Britain, the United States, and Italy. On the other side, those people not included are Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire because they lost, and Russia because they left the war early. Wilson, remember, wants to create his 14 points. He wants to do what's best for the rest of the world. He wants to follow an idealist path at the peace conference. The other leaders from Italy, Britain, and France want to do what's best for their country. They're taking a much more realist approach. Wilson wants to address the main causes of the war. Those other leaders just want to make their country safer and stronger. France, for example, had been attacked by Germany during World War I and 40 years before during the Franco-Prussian War. So they want to weaken Germany so Germany cannot attack them again. This is why they push to have the treaty include a reduction in Germany's army down to less than 100,000 men. They also want to benefit from this war, so they take coal mines from Germany along the border between Germany and France. Britain wants Germany to accept blame for the war, so they include a war guilt clause in the treaty. This is the opposite of what Wilson wanted, which was a peace without victory. Britain is going to make sure that Germany takes full blame for the war. And as part of that, they are going to have to pay reparations or damage money to the victors. $33 billion. Now, in today's money, that'd be almost $500 billion. They're going to have to pay for the cost of the war. And this is going to cripple the economy of Germany. President Wilson objects. He doesn't like this idea, but France and Britain insist. They say, if you want us to sign this treaty, you've got to include this war guilt clause and reparations. And they also tell Wilson that this is the only way that Britain and France will be able to pay back the wartime loans that France and Britain got from the United States. So if America wants to get its money back, they're going to have to agree to the war guilt and reparations against Germany so France and Britain can have the money to pay them back. Wilson eventually agrees. He gives in. He goes against what he wants in the hopes of getting the League of Nations approved. He thinks that as long as he can get the League approved, he can solve these other problems later. Self-determination for some ethnic groups is granted in Europe. We see Czechoslovakia created for the Czech people and the Slovak people. We see Poland created for the Polish. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania are all created, and Yugoslavia is created, although that includes a number of diverse groups. Germany lost a lot of land. All those little pieces of land with a flag pointing to them used to be part of Germany and are now part of another country. Italy took a little bit of land from Austria as well. German colonies are taken from Germany around the world, but they are not given independence. And France and Britain are going to take over parts of the Ottoman Empire in the Middle East, but again, they're not going to get their independence. The League is created so that nations can work together, and Wilson really hopes this can correct some of those flaws of the peace treaty, using what's called collective security, where the countries will agree to join together to deal with nations that are threatening peace.